This video has been graciously sponsored by MOOSOO. So we have yet another unboxing, and it's from MOOSOO. So links in the description if you're interested in this machine. Now something about this machine, right off the bat, is it is the most budget-friendly machine that I've tested as far as the Stickvac goes. So if you were ever interested in getting a Stickvac and you didn't want to spend a huge amount of money, because you certainly can if you want to, then you might want to check this particular model out. So here we go, a box in a box. Let's move this out of the way. So this is the model XL-618A. And I can tell that because I read Chinese symbols. No, I don't. It's because it's right here. So let's take a look at this. Now, right away, my wife would like this because it has the blue motif. And it certainly looks like a sharp vacuum to me. So let's see what we have. Okay, right on top, we have the manual and some other, let's see, a warning here. Do not use any adapters with the vacuum cleaner other than the one supplied. Bad things will happen. All right, let's check out the parts. We have an extra filter. Wonderful. Okay, that's great. They give you a spare. And let's see, we have a combination crevice/dusting brush tool. Similar design you've seen for a lot of machines. Oh, this doesn't have any type of positive click. That's the first thing I notice. So technically speaking, well, I mean, this will click in, right? This will click in, but I mean right here, yeah, this is just smooth. So you could use this with other machines if they had something that had the appropriate diameter. This is medium soft. So this is not something that's stiff. Okay, wonderful. And let's see, how about we make a little extra room here. I know I'm taking things out. Instead of doing the largest to the smallest, I'm doing the smallest to the largest. Got to give everybody a chance, right? Come on out. Here is the power brick, the charger. Pretty typical. It says output 26 volts, 400 milliamps. Okay, that's great. And let's see, what else can we get in here that's small? This looks like some type of hanging device here. This is going to be the mount. And here is the power nozzle. All right, that looks pretty typical. So it has blue and red bristles, color-wise. The blue ones are completely soft, and the red ones are shorter and stiffer. And this one's rated at 22.2 volts, 15 watts. Okay, 15 watt power nozzle. Let's see, what else do we have here? Ah, the battery. Okay. So let's see, this is 48.84 watt hours and 26 volts. Let's see, 22.2 volts, 2200 milliamps. Then, of course, the rest of the specs match the charging specs. And I don't see, I mean, there's a button on it right here, release button. You can charge it from here. I see that. So you can charge it outside of the machine. I don't see any other lights on it. Okay, let's keep going. We have a fixed length wand, silver in color. All right, that's good. Yep. That's going to have positive clickage, I would imagine. Let's see, in here. There we go. Yeah, that clicks in there. That's nice and solid. Okay, that's great. That's nice and tight, at least for now. Let's see, we have some mounting screws that will go with the mounting bracket. And then we have the main suction unit. Oh, wait a minute, other little thing here. Okay, so I've seen this before. This is a combination like cleaning tool, hair wrap removal tool. There we go. So you have brushes on this side, and then you have like this hook, and the hook does have a blade in there. It's got a little bit of a blade. So if you have something in there that's really stuck, bunch of strings, fibers, whatever it is, you can go and cut those out. That's handy. Now this should be the last piece. And I don't see anything else in the box. Okay, for a budget cleaner, this is looking fairly promising. I have never touched this to date. I've seen pictures of it. So this does have a trigger right here. It's not triggerless. Looks like it's probably got some lights right here. We'll figure that out in a second. You release the bin. All right, great. Oh, here we go. So, well, that's different. So what came out is, of course, you've got a filter, right? Just like the extra one they gave you. And then this is different. I can't say that I've seen this. So this is wrapped, and it's got an arrow here. So I guess you're supposed to take that off. Well, so this is a fine. Now, I haven't seen this before. This is a fine screen. And this is obviously a much more coarse type of screen. You know, it's got holes in it, but it looks like this is supposed to wrap around here, and then you close it off like that. It's probably supposed to wrap it tighter than that. I'm doing a bad job of that. So I imagine it's like this. Now I wonder if, yeah, you can get it on there, you can get it, it's fairly tight. Okay, so you have a fine mesh screen over the top of your larger screen. The first time I've seen that. I'm just kind of taking it all in. Here's the inside of this, and I don't think any of that comes out. The rest of the inside appears to be directly attached to the motor assembly. And I think that's it pretty much for the unboxing. So you have a little tag here that I'm going to take off. Okay, after more careful examination of all these pieces, let me go through the assembly the right way. So what you have is this pleated filter here, and it's got some foam on both sides of it, so it's non-directional. So that just literally pops in. And then you have this right here, really kind of the cyclonic assembly, so to speak. And you have a small cutout right here and a larger cutout right here, these two tabs. That will actually locate in here like that, and then you simply twist it to lock, and now that's actually locked properly. And it only will go in one way. If you try to put it in upside down, it won't twist and locate properly. Close this. I guess while we're here, we can put the battery in. So it goes in this way, and I guess it's easier. I hate to force things. It's easier really just to push a little bit on this blue button, and then it'll go in there. I mean, at some point in time, after so many insertions, removals, you probably can just kind of give it a whack and it'll go in there. Okay. Okay, so we have a little bit of a charge. We'll charge that up a little bit later. And then, as you saw earlier, this will go in like this down here. And then we'll, there we go. So now everything is all together. So let's see what it looks like running. I see we have a piece of tape here just for scratch resistant purposes, and there's a, oh, it didn't take it off here. There we go. All right, now we can see it more clearly, I suppose. So here we go. And that's it for the unboxing of the XL-618A budget MOOSOO Stickvac cleaner. Normally I prefer to charge the battery up before we do any tests, but there's enough battery charge remaining. I think we can do our typical carpet and bare floor test before we close this video out. I'll be running it on its highest power level. Let's see how it does. Okay, well, you can see that, I dropped a couple here. You can see that really large particles, it just doesn't pick up. And if you take a look at the rug plate assembly, it just doesn't really have cutouts that are big enough to handle extra large debris like this. So let's try it on bare floors and see what differences we can figure out. We have sand, baking soda, flour, dog food, oats, and rice. Going to be running this XL-618A on its highest power level. Large particles first. Well, I guess it picked stuff up, but here's what it kind of chewed a little bit, is the dog food. It made it a little bit smaller, didn't it? So one of the munched pieces of dog food, it flew out the back when I lifted the rear end up. All right, so finally made it into the bin. Next, okay, so that is a clean sweep with the smaller particulate. The larger particulate, really just the dog food, that's somewhat problematic. And here is what made it into the bin. All right, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more formalized testing.